side who comes to this country and the circumstances in which they come. I don't want...
Stop the boats we must, stop the boats we will.
The Coalition's policies announced today are simply appalling. They're inhumane, they breach international law, and they pull the rug from under the ideal that Australia is a country where you get a fair go.
It is a complete nonsense. It's a bugger's muddle. It won't solve any problem, and if I was a Liberal Party, I'd be embarrassed by it.
Some moderate Liberals are embarrassed by it.
I think it is cruel, yes.
Pedro Giorgio told the ABC the policy further victimises the persecuted. It's time to stop treating refugees as political footballs.
I stand in the absolute assurance that hope will always triumph over fear.
They're a conscientious but small group. I respect their view, but the truth is that we need to stop the boats.
Some Liberals think the plan is tougher than John Howard's approach. One called it a huge regression. Tony Abbott gave 3 of the moderates a courtesy briefing this morning, but he didn't take the policy through the party room, and that's where all the frustrations. The leader says there was appropriate internal consultation. Mark Simpson, ABC News, Canberra.
This crackdown on illegal immigration, this initiative, is not going to cause those problems. You can come up, and Mr. Jenkins can come up with all the excuses you want not to support this crackdown, but I'm going to be supporting it.
We are not saying that, Mr. Chairman, and... Whoa.
I was very troubled at the way that the matter came up. It seemed to me that it was clearly raised from a perspective of immediately polarizing and dividing this community, and for one person's or two people's particular benefit in the election. There are a host of other issues that affect all of us in Prince William County, starting with the issue of traffic. And we need to get beyond what has been an approach over the last 10 months of, as the chairman calls it himself, throwing bombshells out into the community in terms of concepts and then polarizing that community as opposed to looking at deliberate ways that we can improve county policy.
We continue to win these battles that we do in the war. So, Chairman, short question. To make all of our citizens safer, people that are here illegally are illegal.
The rhetorical framework is one that's designed to get a small group of people out to vote because they are committed to something that is a deep-seated issue.
Well, why the federal government has failed, and why Prince William County and other localities have to pick up the slack.
There's no question that in terms of people getting out to vote, anger is a very strong motivator. The problem is that anger does very little in terms of providing leadership as a government official.
We need all of your support. We got a tough election.
He may be okay at ginning up anger and polarizing people, but what he has shown over the last 10 months is a complete ineffectiveness in terms of leading.
Mark these words. We are going to repel this invasion. One way or another, it will be repelled. You can either be part of that repulsion, or you can be part of the other side.